So let's talk about you being a flirt.
Oh, I think I'm just friendly.
I think we had like a better idea or topic to go off of because you said I don't remember what you're talking about, but you said something about cheating.
Oh, so I think we were talking. I don't remember exactly, but I remember we were talking about cheaters and how I'm an outgoing person, and sometimes people get jealous, or people would consider talking or emotionally cheating
Mm-hmm.
would be a way of cheating, right?
Yeah.
So
Have you ever
not
done
doing
that?
no, like not to
Like
my knowledge.
emotionally. But are you aware of how often you flirt?
But that's the thing. Like, I'm really friendly and outgoing, and
Guys mistake it for you being interested.
I think so. Maybe.
Is that a common problem?
I don't know. We'll have to ask them.
Well, because like I think it's just a common problem with women in general.
Mm.
Because I have been nice to people and then they have mistakenly thought I was into them.
Yeah.
And that's a common thing that I've had friends that have told me that that's happened to them too.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe the problem isn't women.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it's always men.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me too. Like, why are you thinking I like you, freak?
Weirdo.
Just being nice to you.
And no, you know what? And like the older I get, I have like two really good guy friends that they're gonna be my guy friends for life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Friend zone forever. Like
Yes.
one's married, like not a chance.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the more that I see like one of or the other, I feel like in different sex friendships, one of the people usually have stronger feelings than the other. You think?
So if it's like two people and
One's a male.
they're opposite sex,
Correct.
they're heterosexual, then you think one person has more feelings than the other?
Or like a crush or like an attraction
They're
of some sort.
interested?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that happens in most cases, which is why it's like the common question, can men and women be actually friends?
Yeah.
Can
they?
Do you think they can?
I think they can, so long as they're both. I think they can. Is it easy? No.
If your boyfriend,
I don't think it's easy.
If your boyfriend,
and if you're in a relationship, that's a whole nother.
Why though?
Because your priorities. So who's your priorities?
Yeah.
Your significant other. And if it bothers your significant other, what bothers them should take priority over any other relationship.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So if your boyfriend had a girl best friend, what would you say and how would you feel and why?
I don't know. I'm all, yeah, they could be friends. And I'm like, ha, fuck that.
You're like, men and women can be friends.
Yeah,
and then...
but not my man. I don't trust no bitch. No, I don't. Yeah, no, I get, maybe I'm not very trusting. I don't know. So in my lifetime, I've had a friend whose best friend stole her husband. Uh-huh. So in seeing that, and it wasn't in a movie, like this is real life.
Yeah.
Like the fact that someone could do that to another blew my mind, and it made me ultra aware or like hyper like
paranoid.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need to take that chance.
Right.
Or risk that like with the person that I'm in love with or who I'm with.
So you would prefer they wouldn't have female friends?
Yeah, ideally.
Same.
And I mean, if they did have friends, introduce me. Don't be like, oh, you'll meet them. Like, introduce me right away, and make me feel important and more important than them.
What if he told you, like in Love is Blind?
Oh my gosh.
What if he told you, this is my best friend, we slept together a long time ago, and, it means nothing.
Okay, then you don't need to talk to them anymore. Ain't nothing. No, that guy's.
The guy's a fucking red
No
flag.
offense,
He's
sir.
toxic. No offense.
Um,
Because he got
uh,
off easy. And I didn't like how easy they let him off.
why did he get let off easy? It's
Because
common.
no,
It
they
happens all
let
the
him
time.
off easy because the producers not only like favored him,
They did.
but at the reunion, everybody spent so much time on like another couple
Yeah,
that they bullied that couple that they didn't even get
they just
enough time.
overlooked him.
Yeah.
He's like, phew. Yeah, I no. It, if they told me that if I had a significant other, there's a lot of ifs going into this.
Right.
If I had a significant other, and that significant other came to me and was like, this is my, a very important person in my life, but I did fuck them. I'd be like,
No.
no,
No, you didn't.
no, no, you did not fuck them.
Because she doesn't exist
But
anymore.
no, but I would have a conversation, and I feel like that's how anything healthy should start.
Yeah.
And let them know how I feel. And if they didn't handle it the way I feel it should be handled, then is that really the right person for you?
Yeah. Then that means that you're not gonna see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And, some people are cool. They're like, yeah,
Sometimes that's okay.
They have a best friend of the opposite sex, or like, I don't know. It's just like for some people it's cool, for some people it's not.
Yeah.
And,
like I have an ex that was kept cool with his exes.
Yeah, weird. I don't like
I
that.
mean, like, they didn't keep in touch, like, hey, how are you? It was just like social media kept in touch.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, like, now,
yeah,
I was just so dumb. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's a red flag.
Do you follow any of your exes?
No.
On social media?
Wait, time out. Do like high school boyfriends count?
Yeah.
What if I'm friends with their wife?
Still counts.
Okay, then yeah. Because their kid's the same age as my kid. But I don't know.
But other than high school, no.
No.
Okay.
And there's just the one.
Okay. I don't follow any of my ex-boyfriends, high school or
I'm real cool with his wife.
No. I when I was younger, I used to want to be cool with my exes because I was like, that means I'm cool and I'm normal and I'm chill and like I'm not over dramatic, and then like, this person was in my life, so is that being pick me? Maybe.
I don't know.
Like, hey, I'm chill, I'm a cool girl.
It's like it's my resume, my girlfriend resume.
Yeah, I don't know.
See how I got.
But then after a while, I just like grew out of that, and I was like, "Fuck that! I don't want to be fucking friends with them. Fuck them!" Like, so whether I broke up with them or not, like it shouldn't matter to me, and it's like done. Like I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah. No, so I have 2 baby daddies, and I don't follow them on Instagram or social media, but they're both great fathers to my kids, and we have a type of relationship that we talk on the regular because they talk to our kids.
I think you have to.
Yeah, right? And I think that's healthy.
That's different.
Yeah. So I think that's the only exception.
When you don't have kids involved,
there's no reason.
There's no reason. There's nothing tying you guys together.
Yeah. And especially like if your significant other lets you know, like, hey, this bothers me, there's no reason to hold on to something from the past. Like,
right.
Get your priorities straight.
Like, let it go.
Yeah.
It happened a long time ago. Or it happened,
even if it happened.
We're not like seeing eye to eye. We're never going to see eye to eye. So like, let's not. Yeah. We already saw each other naked.
Exactly. So it's like move on or move on from me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like people try to normalize being friends with your exes, and it is what it is, but I don't think it should be normalized.
No. I don't want to be friends with my ex.
Not that people can't do it. I just don't think it should be like, oh yeah, no big deal. I'm just friends with my exes. Like, no, don't try to make it seem like that's normal. It's not.
Is it so you could go back to them when you're lonely? Like, why are you friends with them?
Yeah, that's like a weird are they placeholders? Problem.
Yeah,
right.
Yes, for sure.
Like you just don't want to let go.
You need a therapist. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would agree. And I don't think most people are are capable of doing that. I think some people are, but
Of like letting them go.
yeah.
I think.
Or no, I'm saying like I think most people aren't capable of like being friends with their exes,
Yeah.
right? I think some people can be, but I
Is it
don't
more
think
common
most
for
people.
guys to try and? I think it's more common for guys. Well, I guess like it kind
No.
of goes both way on social
I think it's
media,
more
right?
common for girls to try to be friends with their ex-boyfriends.
I don't want to be friends. I just want my shit back.
Because you know why also? It's because in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because women move on faster.
Yeah.
So they're kind of cooler, they're down to just like be friends with their exes. And guys don't move on faster.
Mm-hmm.
And so
They hold on to like
they
hope of something one day, maybe.
I don't know. I think like for in my opinion, I
Mm-hmm.
just assume that because guys don't move on faster, a lot of the times they want to cut it off. Because they still have feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Versus girls, they can move on because like they have
Like,
more
okay, clearly,
options.
they're like clearly this is not working for whatever reason.
And then the girls
We moved
still
on. We
want
could be
to they
friends.
still want to be friends.
I
Yeah.
think
That's my opinion.
I
I don't know.
wonder. So for me, I've stayed friends with not exes, but just like friends in general from high school. Where like I don't really necessarily keep up with them day to day, but are friends on social media
Yeah.
to kind of like I can't think of the word right now, but socialize,
Mm-hmm.
to network, and like let's be real, this day and age, networking is how anything is done. It's
Yeah.
who you know,
Yeah.
and not that that's how everything is done, but it sure freaking helps,
Mm-hmm.
and keeping in touch with those people can one day maybe be helpful. So like I could see personally, I wouldn't mind keeping in touch that way and being friends that way, so long as I know if I were in a relationship with someone and they were friends with their ex on social media and it was purely for networking, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
They're not talking all the time.
Yeah.
But
Even
I would
then,
also,
like even then though, like
is that like what is it called? Like tempting? Playing with temptation?
yeah, like playing with fire a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe to some people. But it's like even then, why would you want your ex to be like, I helped you with your business and shit? Like, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck that
No,
guy.
you fucking didn't.
I did it without you.
Like I
Yeah.
would never want anybody to ever say that to me. So fuck you, like get out of my life.
Yeah. I don't know.
So anyways, did you cheat? Just kidding.
No. So did you cheat? So I don't think I cheat. I'm very, very like solid stance against cheaters. Sorry, all you fucking cheaters out there. I hate y'all. It doesn't make no sense. Just fucking end it. Put your big boy or big girl panties on and say, I'm not happy. Have a conversation.
Yeah.
And fix it or fucking end it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like legit. That's the whole point of being in a fucking relationship.
I have a crazy story that I wasn't actually prepared to say, but I mean,
here we go.
I might as well. So I was in a relationship and I can admit that I was probably a bad girlfriend, because I didn't know how to be a good girlfriend. I am a little selfish, so I wouldn't reply to this person like all day. I wouldn't call them all day. Like I was fine with that.
You avoidant.
In my head, I was like, whatever. Yeah. Like, So I ended up getting this job that like kept me really busy and I worked fucking long hours and everything, which was more of a reason to be like, I don't want to talk on the phone. Like I don't want to text either. I don't want to call or anything. And this person would start to accuse me of cheating on them.
Because you didn't make time for
because
them.
I didn't make time for them and I didn't like...
They had an anxious attachment style.
Yes.
And you were an avoidant.
It terrible. And I wasn't reassuring, right?
Like, it's not necessarily terrible. I think it's like the most common thing we'll ever see everywhere. Because anxious always attracts like
a detachment, right?
Detachment, like, whatever. Avoidant, yeah. And avoidant always attracts like honestly,
Opposite.
yeah, they're just magnetic towards each other, and that's that because when it's good, it's good.
That's like that toxic love, I
It
guess.
is. I think it might be.
So what happened was I kept that going for a
Mm-hmm.
long time. And this person, and this is not an excuse either, but this person kept accusing me of cheating on them. And I was like, you know what? Like, you're fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? You think I have time to cheat on someone? You think I'm the person that would waste my time trying to be in secrecy and being like, oh no, like, I hope
Yeah.
you don't catch me? Like, that's so stupid to me. And anyway, this person supposedly got drunk one night and they texted one of my friend's girlfriends
Mm-hmm.
and he was trying to like hit her up. Like, what are you doing tonight? Or like
Oh.
something like that. And my ex-boyfriend didn't tell me any of that, obviously, you know. I find out a week later from my guy friend. He's like, what?
Hell no.
He's like, yo, what the fuck's up with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, he's hitting up my girlfriend.
This is like a TV show.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Dude.
I was like, oh, hell no. So I confront him immediately. And then I was like, what the fuck? And he's just like, oh, he's probably talking about this time. I was really drunk and this and that. And he like straight up, he straight up like admits it to me.
That's disgusting.
And then it becomes a bigger fight and it ends up being like, well, you've been cheating on me. And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
You're psycho.
You've been cheating. Well, you did it first.
Yeah, like you, it's so obvious.
And you literally haven't.
Yeah, and he's like, it's so obvious that you've been cheating on me.
I mean, you know what? I feel like that happens a lot.
And I'm like, what the fuck? How many times
people
do I have to
are
tell
like
you?
In their head,
yeah, exactly.
And they get in their own head.
Yeah, and that's what happened. And I was just like, you know what? Like, no, we're not gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe that he like physically cheated on me.
Yeah.
There's just like no way in my head that I could think that, and maybe I'm stupid, but it's just like, yeah. I just know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, we're not going to do this because the trust is already like gone.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm not going to keep trying to defend or like convince this person that I'm not doing something or I'm whatever.
Yeah. Why am I going to convince you I'm not guilty of something that I'm not guilty
that
of?
I'm not even doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt like I constantly had to defend myself.
I did that in my marriage.
And then later
it's exhausting.
Later on, I realized like I grew up and I realized because I wanted to be a better girlfriend, which I believe I am now. Mm-hmm. I just realized that I had to work on some things too. And that doesn't justify like what he did.
Oh, no.
It just has to do with more of just like also me being a better partner.
But it's 100% like, look at you looking, reflecting at
being
life,
growing,
and saying, you know, this is a lesson, like learning from figuring out how can I better myself?
Yeah.
Because that's life.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And I hate when guys do this a lot too, when they become the victim in their relationships. And then we've already talked about this before too. It's just like, it's always them and they never on it. Like, you meet a guy and he's like, oh, my ex was a bitch or something.
Like so you hate all
women. She fucking threw all my clothes out the window. Like, really? Why?
Well,
I wonder.
I didn't pick her up and I cheated on her. But that was it.
And they'll like never admit that, you know? It's like, she's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
She just burned all my stuff.
Like, I feel like the more that I'm not gonna date. I don't want to. I'm taking a break from dating. Maybe I don't know. So we'll call him Toyota.
Okay.
But Toyota, his story. I went on a date with him. His story was, he was upfront about the fact that like he had problems with alcohol, which is unfortunately a common thing.
Yeah.
Actually. But I like that he was upfront about it. Because it wasn't like, oh, this is another topic, but I hate when my ADHD is kicking in. I hate when men go,
Stay on.
I'm just being honest. I'm not looking for a relationship, but at least I'm being honest. I'm like, at least you're honestly disgusting.
Yeah.
But okay, so I diverse.
I hate okay, I'm going on. Yeah. I can't stand, not even just men, I can't stand when people, and I've probably been guilty of doing this, but I'm starting to learn. When people are saying, I'm just being honest. And it's like
a hall pass for being a dick, or
yeah, and by saying that, it means like you get to be an asshole. It means that you don't get to take any more accountability.
Exactly.
Like what?
No, I hate that. So like, like I digress, but like Toyota, I was like, I like that he's being upfront with me. Like he knows that it's something that he's not perfect on, like he's working on it, right? But he was like, you know, it was really bad at this time, and he's like, I blacked out. Okay. And
wait, he blacked out what?
He blacked out drunk.
Okay.
And he's like, I just remember.
I mean, I've blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
Wait, is that not normal?
Well, what's not normal is waking up in a cop car getting arrested for domestic violence.
Okay. Yeah.
Where he swears that he just broke a mirror by accident, like he just drunk and fell into the mirror, even though he was drunk and doesn't remember anything. Yeah. And that the domestic violence was just the cops got there before the ambulance. And I was like, honestly, that could have happened.
Not likely.
not likely, but I mean, it could have.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, but this is why I'm just gonna date people for a while. I didn't even meet him on a dating app.
It's kind of weird because he like told you the truth without thinking he told you the truth.
Yeah.
Entirely, if that makes sense.
I was just like, okay, thank you for that.
In some way, you know?
Yeah. So I was like, I think you're just not going to talk anymore. But cool. You know, these guys are like, you know, but at least I'm being honest. I was like, I'd much rather you just be honest so I could just honestly block you.
Yeah. How about you just like honestly show me who you are instead of just saying I'm being honest?
Yeah.
And just like actually just be who you are. And,
or
like,
the dating apps. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not looking for anything serious. Oh, you like. Well,
there should be an app that's just like a not serious app, and then there should be and then like the Disgustor app.
People could go over there because that's like everybody.
Yeah,
I feel
like nobody wants to be serious, right?
It's really annoying. Yeah. So for me personally, I might have saw this on a TikTok somewhere. Who knows? But I really agree with it. Okay. Like, why date if you're not looking to marry? Like, if you're dating for fun, look for something else for fun. Get a hobby. Go learn to color. Go learn to draw. Go hike. But you date to find a partner. Right. To find someone to spend the rest of your life with. Yeah. For marriage. You don't date for fun. You go hiking for fun. You go swimming for fun. Yeah. You make friends and you could do fun things with them.
That's an interesting
But you don't date for fun. And I was like, I like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, why are you using people as a toy? You know? Like, why are you messing with someone's feelings and like their mind and their mental health? Like, you're doing it at the cost of somebody else's like mental health, you know, for your entertainment purpose. You know?
I was getting to the point. So I was on the dating apps. What day is it? March something. But like, I've been on the dating apps for like almost 3 months now, and it's ghetto. Yeah. It is ghetto out there. And one thing about the dating apps is it just makes you not mind being single. Like, I'm okay. I'm good. I would rather be single.
Like, yeah.
Because the guys are just really disgusting. What were you saying that they were? Oh, my brain.
What guys?
The nasty cochinos where they're just like, girl, you thick. And
I'm the fetishizing.
Yes.
Okay.
because it got to a point where it was just like so much. I'm like trying. So, what do you do for fun? It's like I don't know. You're thick though. Like you're so cool. I don't know, dude. I was just like, I just started blocking as soon as someone's um, it got so bad to like someone would give me a compliment, you're beautiful. I'm like, oh God, what's next?
Yeah, like what is coming after
Yeah.
this? After
And
this?
I was like, just so you know, I'm not down to hook up. I'm not down for friends with benefits.
Yeah.
I just wanted to compliment, like, I was just saying, I was just like, oh my God, I'm being kind of a bitch. Like, and maybe this person's nice. And I was like,
No.
okay.
You're also just really nice.
I was like, I need a break.
It's like sad because like you're just a nice person and you're like willing to be like, maybe I'm being a bitch. Maybe it's me. You know, like no, it's all these men that have traumatized you and have told you to fucking like they're gonna do all these crazy ass things to you.
I had a guy. This is fucking crazy. People offer to pay to get me enhanced, and I'm not tiny. Like my girls are good. But he was like, well, have you ever thought about like getting work done? And I was like, oh, like a mommy makeover? He's like, no, like getting enhanced. He's like, I would pay for it. And I was like, no, I have back problems now. I was like, block?
Enhanced.
Block? What's
like a nicer word?
For boob job and a butt job?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. At first I was like, what are we talking about? Like, you gonna pay to make these titties look new? What are we talking about? Talk to me. But the pictures that he sent me, I was like, oh no, that looks worse than before.
He sent you pictures of what he wanted you to look like? Of a
big, very big girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like he was definitely fetishizing and like trying to model me more to his fetish because I wasn't big enough. Hey,
he was like, you're like, thanks for insulting me, bitch. You telling me I'm not enough.
2 ways. Like, you're fat, but not fat enough. You're not doing it right.
You're so stupid.
Thanks.
Wow, yeah, that is a double.
I was like, I don't know what to do with that.
That's
so
wild.
I'm just gonna block that guy.
Yeah. So
you've never
experienced that?
I never met him before. Okay. I never even met him. Like we talked on the phone, but like there's crazy people out there, man.
Prior to like now, when was the like first time you went on a dating app? Was it like within the past 5 years?
No, well, I was engaged for a long time. I was engaged for like 6 years. Okay. I met Chris, my ex-fiance, on Match.com.
Okay, so you were a pioneer.
Yeah. I'm a pioneer, baby. I met him like it was dating. Like before phone apps. I don't know. Was there apps? I don't know.
It used to be a website.
Yeah, I remember it on the website because I was on the computer.
Waiting for like, the dial-up.
He put all this information. Like, I like when people spend time on their bio because it tells me like
it also shows seriousness.
Yeah,
right? Like, that they're like.
And I went to Match because at that time you had to pay for a membership or to be on it. Uh-huh. And the way I was thinking is like, okay, I pay for what? I pay for food. I pay for all these things to make me happy. Why not spend $20 to see if I could meet the love of my life?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the love of my 5 years. Yeah. It was good 5 years. But I tried that again, the app, and no, it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's like probably like on steroids.
Yeah. So I quit all the dating apps and they're the devil.
Yeah. I wonder if people are still using the websites.
I know.
I wonder if that's still the thing. Is that safer?
I don't know. Or if it's like still like formed this, I don't think it's safer. No,
No,
because they'll probably like, I don't move things around so that it goes to the app.
maybe.
Yeah,
That's
because
wild.
I don't know. I'm just sick of dating. I have a potential right now. I just don't hold my breath.
Yeah. Well, I think
We'll see.
we've related on being hopeless romantics.
Yeah.
That's our problem.
I'm like, I just spoil myself so good. So, like, if he can't spoil me as good as I spoil me, why would I? I'm just kidding.
I think like
I want a
um
companion.
yeah,
Yeah.
like having love is nice.
Yeah, that's nice, whatever. I don't
Whatever.
mind putting in extra work.
I like, you know what, now that I'm like more adult
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm like, yeah, it goes both ways to put in the work to
One
stay in
million
a
percent.
relationship. It doesn't,
It's
it's
not
not
easy.
always natural. It's not always easy. No, I take the natural back because I feel like it does have to feel organic and natural. But it has to be like, yeah, you guys are both organically putting in the work because you want to
Yeah,
keep the relationship alive, you know?
and you definitely have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't work. If you don't make each other's priority, it won't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just like have conversations, and I think it's hard to be, because I've had times where I'm in a relationship and I have such an easy time venting to my coworkers about like, I'm like, dude, this man did not take out the trash. And I'm like, why didn't I just say, hey babe, can you take out the
Instead
trash?
of telling everybody
Instead of
else.
telling my coworker, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like, I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I'm like, now I'm single, so clearly. But yeah, no, like if I have an issue when I do have a relationship, like talk to that
Communicate,
person.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, communicating is like super important.
Yeah. Hopefully I can find
Communicating,
someone. I think men, I mean, they just have a hard time dealing with emotions, period, because growing up they always told like to hide their
not to
emotions.
have emotions,
So
yeah.
I think communicating doesn't come easily to them.
Naturally, yeah.
Uh-huh. They're
Their
like,
strong suit.
I'm a man, you stay with me. Like,
And they don't know how to
it's,
explain
it,
or express shit.
or anything. Yeah. So it's like, we're all just kind of learning this
Yeah,
shit together.
that's true. I mean, recently, me and Jesse had a conversation about just like he was trying to tell me something because I moved one of his things or whatever. And then he told me, like, you know, you're not respecting my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about it. I was a little hurt, but then like we had a conversation about like later on how what he really meant by that.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, don't tell me that I'm not respecting your stuff. Like there's other ways
Yeah.
you can say things. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know, just like I think men do struggle with expressing themselves. So then when they do, they kind of blurt out things that like maybe doesn't sound right.
Yeah. I'm not even like, sometimes that's why when I get in a fight or an argument with anyone, I try to like, I get quiet because I want to choose my words carefully.
Me too.
And I'm
Me
like, you know
too.
what? Like, because you can't take back what you say, no
Yeah.
matter how much you want to sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, let me think this through. And I'm like, I'll be like, I need a minute to calm down because what I want to say right now is not very nice.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to articulate how I genuinely feel, so that you understand and not just like you get a reaction.
Right. Same for me. Like I also have like a bad temper. So if I'm mad and I just say something, I know I'm gonna regret it. So I'd rather just step away and let everything process.
Yeah.
So that way I'm ready to actually say what bothered me.
Are you, I see sometimes people are like, well, you have to do it before, like fix things before we go to sleep.
Mm,
Are you okay going to sleep mad? I'm okay
I
going
am
to sleep
too.
mad. I
Jesse's
have
not.
no problem going to sleep
Jesse
mad.
doesn't like that.
Like, let me sleep on it because that's how pissed I am. I need to go 12 hours of sleep before I talk to you again.
I've explained that to him too. Like, you know, sometimes I need to process things and maybe even think like was it me that was being over dramatic? And sometimes if I sleep on it, then
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
shit.
okay,
Whoops.
yeah,
That was my bad.
that was my bad.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, no, it's actually still bothering me. So
fuck you,
so now
Jesse.
I'm gonna talk to you. But yeah, he is like that. He doesn't like to go to sleep mad, which I also understand.
That's
and
cute.
I try not to.
Yeah. So on Love is Blind, on Love is Blind, that one couple, they're like, the one that the principal and the teacher.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember their names. They didn't last very long. Oh,
your son's
fired
name?
My son's name. Oh, great, good job, April.
And then the other girl's name is like, I don't remember. Yeah.
But I liked how they were like, we talk about our days before we go to sleep, and how our days went through. Like if we hadn't talking to each other before then, we go over, and then we also kind of go over anything like that was bothering us before we go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cute.
Yeah, it was all like fairy tale in the pods though.
I know. And then he just ignored her ass on the phone. He's like, yeah, anyways.
He's like, yeah, give me my phone.
Well, he said that he was just talking to the principals. Or he was the principal, so he was just talking to the teachers.
Did you hear that he's low-key gay?
I think he might be.
He might be, right? It wouldn't be surprising.
I wouldn't be surprised. I heard that. I'm mad that they didn't bring it up at the...
I'm so pissed. That was like the one thing that really bothered me in the whole season. And I was like, and you guys didn't even give him shit at the reunion?
Well, they gave everybody else shit.
Yeah.
Poor Trevor. Poor baby. He could come over here. I'll take care of him.
I feel like they just gave the people that I didn't care about the most attention and bullying. Like, I wanted like Jimmy to fucking Jimmy and Chelsea, because Chelsea also she was crazy, and I feel like she also needed to be.
Oh my gosh, Chelsea had no self-love.
Yes,
because she should have walked away from his crazy butt.
Yeah,
so long ago.
So
but
sad.
Also,
it's both of them.
Been there, Chelsea.
They're both very toxic.
Sometimes you just want that love so bad. You're like, I'll overlook this one thing. Oh, I'll overlook this second thing. Yeah. And you just, whoops, where'd my boundaries go?
Yeah. For me, like, her face was just so, like...
Not like Megan Fox's?
No, I think she did have some features of Megan Fox. But her little frowny face, like, all the time, she was like,
I'm trying to do it right now.
She was always just like... I can't do it.
She had a resting frowny face. Oh my god.
That was her face.
We need to take a picture of you and that'll be the face of this.
I did it. I didn't think I
could. You've been practicing.
But yeah, that was annoying me because she just kept doing that frowning face. You want to pick one of these cards?
Yes.
We only have like 20 minutes.
Okay. So we have these cool cards. It's a card game.
It's called Let's Get Deep.
Let's Get Deep. It's questions for friends, but it's like good convo starters. Okay. Sometimes they're dumb. Let's see. Have you ever been in close proximity to a dangerous wild animal? Which one and where?
Yes, and I don't want to talk about it.
Oh no, you're traumatized. I mean, can talk about mine.
I had one episode where I talked about that, and I just like don't feel like repeating my story. So yeah, you tell me your story.
Okay, I saw a bear, and I was in Yosemite, and so I guess he was technically dangerous.
Oh wow.
But he was close proximity. He was a good 20 feet away. So he was far enough away where I didn't feel like I needed to run or anything.
Okay.
So that was... But yeah, everyone pulled over to the side of the road to take a picture of him.
Oh my god.
Like the dumb humans we are. Like, ooh, look. A murderous bear. Let's take pictures.
Next question. What is the worst punishment your parents ever gave you?
The worst punishment? Oh, my mom took my car from me
Your
once.
car.
Yeah.
Wow.
She took my car from me, and then so the next day I went and I bought my own in my name.
You just had money like that?
I had a job. I was 18, but she
Okay.
had bought me my car before I turned 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I was making the payments to her, and she took my car from me, and she's like, "Oh, you're such an adult. Get your own car." And I was like, "Fine."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
But that was probably the
remember
worst, I think.
I remember when my dad, I was at my cousin's boyfriend was having a party and I ended up getting really drunk and my dad came to pick me up.
How old were you?
Probably like 15 or 16.
Irrelevant. Anyways.
Anyway, I was drunk. He took me home and he was so mad at me. I was like punished. They took the door off of my bedroom off
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't go anywhere for a really long time.
Oh my gosh.
And they took my door off for like weeks.
That's crazy. That's cool. I
And
like
as a teenager,
it's
like
a boss ass move as a parent.
as a teenager, you feel like shit.
Well,
I think they took my phone too.
As a parent, I've taken a whole Xbox and TV out of the room and threatened to leave everything but the mattress. So, I mean,
okay.
Parents gotta do.
What's your next question?
What did you like the most about where you grew up and why? That's cute.
It is cute. I kind of don't want to be cute.
I like the South Bay because it's culturally diverse and it's pretty unique in that sense. Since I moved out of here,
you're wild.
That it's not like that everywhere else.
Okay, so I mean, for me, looking back now, I think it's really cool that my family was so close, like in proximity.
That's nice.
I had like family across the street. I had family on the next block. I had family like 3 minutes away. Like it was pretty cool. And I thought most people grew up like me. So I think that
my uncle lives across the street currently.
And also just like the food around me, I felt like every place that like somebody grew up was like kind of like similar to mine.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't, because like when I would go to other people's houses and I'd be like, there's nothing around your house like to eat, like nothing.
Nothing.
Like there was no small town.
Yeah.
Like I kind of grew up in a small town. So
okay, what's your next question?
My question is, what was the last speech you gave? That's kind of a boring question.
I don't know that I've given a speech.
What is something that makes zero sense to you?
Cheating.
That's a good response. This is probably a question for you.
We'll see.
I should probably ask it to you though.
Oh, go ahead.
What is a kitchen appliance you cannot function without?
My air fryer? No, my oven probably. Air fryer, oven, both. I use the air fryer every day. Every day for them chicken dino nuggies for Kenneth.
Okay, you read that one.
Okay. What is the longest phone call or FaceTime you've ever had?
I think it was probably like 6-7 hours.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What do you even talk about?
I don't even know.
Oh my god, that's so annoyingly cute.
Me and Jesse used to talk on the phone for so long.
Oh my god. Yay. No, I'm just kidding. That's cute.
I swear we were talking on the phone for so long.
That's really cute though.
Before we were living together.
Aww. I couldn't.
What about you? I mean, you're older. You should be more experienced with the telephone.
I'm a professional telephone talker. Not maybe 6. I don't know. I remember Chris and I, when we first started dating, like we text a lot because I was already a mom and I had to keep everything hush hush. Nobody needs to know that I'm dating anybody until I know he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of texting, like nonstop throughout the day. It was really cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
But then, like, after the kids would go to sleep, then we would talk.
On the phone.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go to sleep because, like, responsibilities.
My mom's coming in the room.
Right. My children are coming in the room.
Okay, this question is for you. What is your favorite memory from high school?
Favorite memory from high school? Just one. I had a few good memories. The wrestling team. Just going on the wrestling team, like, trips and stuff.
Oh,
with the
because
guys.
you were a stats
I
girl.
was a stats girl. Took score for the high school wrestling team. I was like the mommy of everybody. I always had Tylenol, ice packs, hugs.
Did girls ever give you a hard time for that?
I don't know. I didn't,
Like,
honestly,
did you ever hear, like, girls maybe were talking shit about you?
Probably. I don't know. I was kind of oblivious. I'm still like that. When people are talking shit about me, I just...
You're like, no, they're not.
Like, they clearly love me. What are you talking about?
You're not talking shit.
Why are you so obsessed with me? No, I don't know. If they were talking shit, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, that's good. Good for you. I just could see girls being like haters about like a...
Yeah, I know some girls like wanted to get in and do it too. Like, there was like 2 other girls that ended up doing it with me over the years. But coach was like kind of particular, like who he would allow, and we don't need no hoes around here. The boys need to focus.
What is the strangest dream you've ever had?
Ones that come true. Those are crazy. Have you ever had a premonition?
A what?
I think that's the term for it, where you like have a dream and then it ends up coming true. So it's like a premonition.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
So I've had that a few times.
Premonition?
Premonition, yeah. So it's like...
It happens. Wow.
Yeah. So the first time that I like, I think a lot of times just in general, people will like dismiss things like, oh, I'm tripping. That couldn't have happened. You know, that doesn't really happen in real life. And they dismiss things. And so like I had this dream and it was just a cute little one where I had fallen asleep. You know, when you're like in between falling asleep and sleeping, and then I had woken up, and in that instance, I had a dream where the person that I was dating was like, oh, let me take a picture of you. We had reached the peak. It was really freaking cute. And then I had woken up and I was like, oh, that was such a cute dream. And, I don't know, maybe 2 hours go by and we finish our hike, and literally that same place, everything happened. He's like, let me take a picture of you. I was like, oh. And he's like, what? I was like,
he's like,
I just
weirdo?
had a dream that this happened. I was like tripping out. I was like, I'm freaking out right now because I just saw this happen in my dream. But yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
I've had strange dreams. Oh, it was such a gross dream. Like, and I've had stranger, honestly, but this is one I could remember. There was plastic in my skin, and then when I pulled it out, it left a hole in my skin, and there was no blood coming out or anything.
Oh my gosh!
It was such an ugly feeling,
dude. I've had nasty, like a dream like that, or like a teeth dream where your teeth fall out.
Yeah, where I don't have teeth.
I'm like, why is this tooth? Oh no, they're all falling out. Oh my god.
Or like something had broke my tooth in like a dream or something, and I'm like, now I have to live without my tooth.
Have you seen those botch flies? We're gonna have fucking nightmares tonight.
Oh no, what's a botch fly?
I think that's what it's called, where they like plant larvae in your skin and then it's like boils.
Why would somebody do that?
This is real life, bro. This really happens. And it looks like a pimple. But no, it's just a bug eating you and growing inside of you and then hatches. But I've had...
Why are you telling me this?
Now you're gonna have dreams of butterflies too. And so will all of you.
Oh my god. You're like, mwahaha.
Evil laugh.
Your turn.
Okay, let's see. Do you believe we'll discover aliens in our lifetime? Haven't we already?
Next card.
Next. What's your opinion on having kids?
Ugh, gross.
Next
Next
card.
question.
What's your thought about climate change?
No.
Climate. Climaxed. Just kidding.
What's your go-to excuse to get out of plans? That's a good one.
My kids.
You bitch.
Oh, I can't.
Sorry.
The baby's sick. But honestly, 9 times out of 10, he is sick. They're always sick.
You're like, or is that what I want you guys to think? Okay, play a round of F, marry. Why don't they just write the word?
F.
Marry, kill. Player who pulled the card chooses the people.
Oh, you bitch. How convenient.
Okay.
Oh, God. Because we have to do people that we know. Do famous people, please.
I am. I was already thinking. Okay. Danny DeVito, Rosie O'Donnell. And
Danny DeVito.
Oh, and who am I thinking of? Danny DeVito,
Rosie O'Donnell.
And let's see.
I hate you so much.
Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, you dick. I'm fucking Danny. Marrying, I'm killing, who's the other two?
Rosie O'Donnell and Pee Wee
I'm marrying
Herman.
Rosie. How does she talk? I feel like she's laughs like that. Yeah, no, I can't deal with Pee-wee. He's gonna
killing
die.
him.
He's going down. Okay, with those three, what would you do?
Yeah, I guess I'd fuck Danny DeVito.
You don't want to fuck Pee-wee?
No, you know what? No. I would marry Danny DeVito. Because I could live with that.
Okay.
I could live with him.
I don't know.
Fuck.
All your options.
I know. I'm like, damn. I just like
shot yourself in the foot.
But you think about it. You have to marry someone, so that means you have to live with someone for a long time. I could not live with Rosie or Pee Wee Herman.
I could live with Rosie. I'm good at ignoring things.
I just like couldn't. No. I guess I would kill her.
I guess I would kill her.
And then Pee Wee Herman, he would be a person I would regret having sex with.
That's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
So this one time, I fucked Pee Wee.
So this one time,
oh my gosh,
I killed Rosie O'Donnell.
You don't talk about that. Who do you go to for advice?
I go
Google.
That I definitely do.
I do too.
I go to Google. I go to Jessie. I go to my mom. Depends also what's the advice I need. Yeah.
For advice. Who do I go to for advice? You or Lindsay, and I'm not listening to Lindsay anymore.
I feel like you only go to me though just to know what the right thing to do is, and then you like ignore it.
I got called out so bad right now. I'm like, so what do you think? Oh, you should probably. This is the right thing. You're right. I'm not doing that, but you're right.
I just wanted to know.
I just, curious. That's the Aries in me. It's not my fault. It's just the way I was born.
You're just a wild child.
What's the worst weather or natural disaster you experienced? Worst weather?
That's too small talk for me.
Okay. Oh, well, that's an icebreaker.
I don't like that question.
Okay. This one. Here you go. If you had access to the black market, what would you buy?
Oh.
That's a good one.
You know what I would do? And this, I don't have time to think about it, so I'm just trying to be quick. I would ask for all these animals and then create a sanctuary.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cute. That's the top of your head.
That's at the top of my head.
If you had access to the black market, what would you buy? What would I buy? Like, I want like a pet monkey. I don't know. You're all thinking of this grand, great thing. I'm gonna save all the animals. I'm like, I just want a pet monkey.
God.
I heard they're cool. I don't know.
They might kill you though.
I hope not. I'm not gonna get a gorilla. What's your favorite podcast?
I'm being seriously.
I heard of that one.
Okay, so is it my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
What was the last park you visited? That's
park?
A big question.
Have
you ever had sex at a park? Let's spice up that question.
I played the fifth.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
What was the most memorable school dance you attended?
Prom, maybe?
Prom?
Yeah. I went to a school dance with a boy. I think it was Sadie Hawkins.
Who's Sadie Hawkins?
The Sadie Hawkins dance?
Yeah, but
it's when the girls ask the boys. Who's
Sadie Hawkins? Like, where did that title come from?
I don't know. Let's see.
Where did it originate from?
That's Sadie Hawkins. Who are you? Is an American folk event pseudo-holiday by Al Cap's Hillbilly comic strip. What? I don't know, dude. Why do we do this shit?
Yeah, so mine was prom. It was on a yacht.
Oh, that's cool. You sound bougie.
I know. That was my junior prom. And then my senior prom was at a church.
What?
Yeah, sucked. I hated it.
I went to, so...
How did your junior prom become better than your fucking senior prom?
I didn't have a junior prom, but I went to my high school boyfriend's at the time prom because he's a year older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And his prom was so much better than mine.
Really?
His prom was like Mardi Gras themed, and it was at Universal Backlot.
What? That's crazy.
Was so dope. It was for San Pedro's like 04.
Yeah, well, prom. I guess mine wasn't really like a junior prom, but it was
their prom. It
was like the seniors prom. I was just allowed to go.
Okay, gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. I was just there. I remember I got so mad at him because he danced with another female. Oh. Some female was grinding on him. I was like, and I walked up to him.
Go ahead.
And I slapped him.
Oh, you're drama.
I was.
When did you first start grinding?
What?
When did you first start grinding?
Oh my God.
Like in dance.
In middle school, maybe?
Yeah, same.
Like Corex. Have you heard about Correct?
No.
Okay, so this is for all my Torrance peeps out there. So growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, they had this thing called Correct, and it's by the library where the plunge is. You know the plunge is? No. So, but they have this big rec center, big empty indoor facility. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember if I think it was like once a month. Or every Friday, I don't remember, to be honest. But I was there every time they had it. Mm-hmm. And it was all the middle schools in Torrance were invited to go. You had to pay to get in, so it was like a club. And you'd pay like, I don't know, $2 to enter. And they had security there and yeah, you had to pay $2 to enter, and they would stamp your hand, and everybody would like get all dressed up like in the cutest.
It was like
outfits.
a club.
Yeah, for middle
like
schoolers.
For kids.
And they'd have a DJ, and they'd have an area where you could go take pictures with your friends, and that was
Okay.
extra money. They sold pizza there.
Okay, that
And
sounds fun.
it was so much fun. So every Friday night, everyone was like, oh, or every, once a month, like, oh, are you going to go to Correc? Okay, I'll see you at Correc. That was so
Cute.
fun.
And so that's where you learned how to grind.
That's, yeah.
On,
and then,
on guys.
and all the, like, the people that were watching, they're like, what is it? Chaperones. We're like, breaking it up with everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, Correc. That was fun.
I went to a Catholic school, so yeah, it was very like
chaperone. That's like, oh God, literally.
Put Jesus in between.
Yeah. Leave room for Jesus. That's funny. Oh my gosh.
So we are at the end of our hour. This was fun.
Fun.
Yeah. So did you cheat?
I didn't. We determined
you did not cheat.
I am in fact not a cheater.
Just a flirt.
Just friendly.
You're like Casper.
What?
The Casper, the friendly ghost.
Yeah. Casper, April, the friendly white.
This is starting to sound racist. With the ghost and the white sheet.
Oh God. End it now.
Bye. She's not racist.
Side note,
just to clarify.
Side note, she has half Latino babies. 2/3 of them.
Oh my God.